What's up, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back once again to another post-commentary duel video. Today we've got DDD versus Atlantean Mermail. Of course, me playing Atlantean Mermail there on the right, and my brother piloting DDD OCG on the left. So there's a brother versus brother matchup here. Playing DDD, I'm playing Atlanteans. We got a 3-game match, I believe, here. We do end up going to game 3. Pretty interesting match, so hope you guys enjoy. So as you can see, on this side of the field, he's going to open up with a Swirl Sign play and the Ragnarok. Going to be going for a fusion summon of most likely Genghis. And I'm going to see Junk Synchron coming down to revive the Swirl Slime. And also on top of that, special summon the Ragnarok and Synchro into a Librarian. Now, I don't think this is the play he originally intended to make. Obviously no other further synchro plays to follow it up this turn. The Twin Twister and the Infantry and the Diva will be pretty much a blowout at that point. But I believe the Librarian was more so a setup for later turns, not just right then. Obviously he has the ability to make plenty of synchros to this deck, but not so many on turn 1 once you've already went into one. Basically exhausting one tuner at the moment. I suppose if he would have seen maybe a Lamia, would have been a little bit different. But the Twin Twister on both games so far is going to be pretty much a huge blowout here. That Chalice would have been very, very devastating to hit that Kepler with, as well as a Twin Twister to stop a contract if he would have had an extra one. So Twin Twister, obviously, both games here coming in very clutch. And as you can see on my side of the field, I didn't open up too well either. I had Teus and a Turge adding back that the Marksman to my hand, so I did not open up very well to begin with either. So still has that Genghis as well as Kepler there. Gonna be able to summon out, I believe, another Kepler to go into Sylvan Princess Sprout, a card which we do not have yet, but will have in the future. Very awesome rank 1. I believe you detach one to mill a card. If it is a spell trap, you can add it to your hand immediately. If it is a monster, you send it to the graveyard. He'll add the tuning to his hand, as you can see. And activating tuner, adding Junk Synchron deck to his hand and milling one card. And having all 3 of his Keplars in picture at the moment. So it is a bit of a weird game for him at this moment. But gonna be able to only beat over the Turge at this point, which was, I believe, was at 21 thanks to the Chalice. So he had really only an option to beat over it with the Dark, since nobody else on his field could beat over the Teus' 2400 defense. So he'll have to pass it back to me. I'm going to normal summon Dragoons. Dragoons is going to crash with Sylvan Princess Sprout, so he does not activate that pretty decent effect next turn, just to basically add a free spell or trap to his hand. Pretty decent card if you ask me. He's going to search Lamia off contract. Does have an option to make a synchro play. Still only have Teus there, and I believe an Marksman in hand. So I'm in a rough spot. Probably not going to win this game with the amount of advantage he's got set up already. There is a Trish play being made through Jet Synchron and Kepler. Going to be banishing the Dragoons, the Teus, and the Marksman out of my hand. All 3 alties for the alti Trish. And basically completely ruining my chances of winning this game at this point. Use the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst effect to summon out the Ragnarok out of the Pendulum Zone. Style points to summon out the Dark and Synchro Inferno Mega, being able to knock out any card of my hand that I draw next turn to seal the deal there, and DDDs will take game 2 very easily. Definitely a very back and forth matchup with these 2 decks, and I really, really like that. Both have the ability to OTK and assemble some pretty diverse fields when it comes to synchros, Xyzs, and fusions. Obviously, the only fusions Mermails tend to make is Norden, but it's still a fusion, I guess. So basically, on his side of the field, he's going to open up with that Copernicus. Going to start his turn off with a free Foolish Burial of any DD or Dark contract card. Send that right to the graveyard. More likely, we're going to see him send a DD rather than the contract. I don't think you really want to send a contract unless you had a way to grab it back with another DD card. See Maxi get chained here. I'll get a couple extra draws off that. Upstart giving me another draw, the one of Upstart. He does have Dweller. That is going to hurt a little bit, so I'm going to have to make a weird play. I'm going to discard a, I believe that was a Marksman and an Infantry. On the effect activation of Megalo, he's going to strike it, pay 15. And I still have 0 plays, I believe. I got Dragoons with Instant Fusion, not going to revive anything else out of grave. Just going to go for that rank 4 into number 37, Hope Woven, as my only play. Not going to use the effect, obviously, because I do want to get my Dragoon Search when I can. Definitely a safer play, though, because at this point I can pretty much revive you know, anything out of my grave. If he does attack, if he does try to beat over it, I can at least attach the Norden. So when it dies, Norden can summon out something else out of grave. So I have sort of built a defensive wall. But he does top deck Kepler, as we saw, and that's going to be pretty bad for me. He's going to be able to get some more searches going here through Kepler and through Contract. He's going to add Swirl Slime off of Contract. Activating Swords of Concealing Light. And now activating Swamp King. I'm going to discard another Maxi. Get another free draw. Maxi, I do main now at 3 in the main deck, just for that extra draw power. I'm actually kind of liking it, and this is one of those examples that where it really came in clutch. But that Swords of Concealing Light, though, I think it's a really popular card in the OCG right now for DDD to play. It just Book-a-Moons the whole field. They don't get the negative drawback that Book of Eclipse does, and it lasts for 2 turns. Those monsters cannot change their battle position. But you can see the draws are adding up for that Max C. And he's trying to establish a pretty unbreakable board at the moment. Activating Copernicus' effect to send a DD to the graveyard. Let's see what he's going to send here in a moment. Going to send a Lamia. Summon out Lamia by sending the Swamp King to the graveyard. And I believe he synchros into, after his turn here, he synchros into a Hexblood. Now revive Megalo off of number 37, because I'm not sure if Hope Woven can revive the Norden that's still attached to it when it dies, because I don't know if it technically is in the graveyard yet to like target it. But a Raigeki and a Diva will surely mean OTK, even though he does have the ability to negate the Raigeki with Cursed Blood Hex or Cursed Blood King Siegfried. Does not gonna matter too much, as I have so many extra cards in my hand at this point, thanks to that Max C. Very back and forth matchup, as you can tell. Game 1 one-sided, game 2 completely obliterated through Trish on those really good synchro plays, and that Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, such a really strong combo for the deck, especially be able to revive a card like Ragnarok and get that free special summon and revive any DDD out of your graveyard. And I definitely think DDDs are going to be very popular in the near future. They're already doing really well in the OCG. I've seen several first place OCG deck profiles definitely doing really well over there as an archetype as a whole. And yeah, Atlanteans hurt a little bit by the ban list, but altogether not too much. Still a very functional deck. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you like the video, please leave a like. That would be greatly appreciated. And always, guys, Winterkill signing out. We'll see you in the next one. Night is cold, but your heart's cold.